Major tributaries, there's a gradient. The rivers in the western part of the Minnesota River Basin up in the headwaters are typically in better shape. There's perhaps land use differences compared to this area. We're in the Blue Earth River Basin here, and these rivers carry some of the highest nutrient and sediment loads of any rivers in the state. So there's kind of a gradient west to east, the rivers in the eastern part of the basin being more degraded. And there's also there's seasonal variability or a seasonal gradient to the rivers. Wintertime, certainly sediment concentrations, nutrient concentrations are typically lower, and water quality is better. Or anytime the rivers are low, the water quality is typically a little better. The main stem, it always looks a little worse, or I guess there's less flux in the main stem. It never gets quite as, perhaps clear as the tributaries. This river, the Minnesota, is at a lower gradient than a lot of the tributaries. So after everything from the tributaries comes into the Minnesota River, it takes a long time to carry everything out. So it always looks a little more degraded perhaps than some of the tributaries. Tributaries can be very turbid at times, and conversely they can clear up quite well. Where the Minnesota, it's always a little bit green and often quite turbid.